To the latest twist in the case of the Pillowcase Rapist. Where can and where should Christopher Hubbart live now that a state mental hospital in California says he's more or less rehabilitated? I am joined now by California State Assemblyman Steve Fox, who says his district has become a dumping ground for sex offenders and he wants to rewrite the law. Assemblyman Fox, thank you for being on the program today. First question right off the bat, I think most of our viewers would like to know, is how is a man who, despite his crimes being in the 70s and 80s, someone who's admitted to raping dozens of women violently, how is he not in prison for life?
He should be. The problem is he was sentenced under an old set of laws which allows him out. The current set of laws, the sentencing practices, would have kept him in jail for life.
So there's nothing that we can do despite the fact that he's dangerous or was dangerous. The experts in the mental hospital have deemed him fit for release. But what about the people who live in your jurisdiction? Do they have any rights here?
Well, that's an interesting question. The bottom line is I believe they do have rights. I believe the state of California can act appropriately. I testified in front of Judge Brown, giving him factors that I believe he should consider before releasing him again to our community. Our community has 1,000 sex predators, and this is the most heinous of all of them, in our community. We have 10% of the predators, yet we only have 2.5% of the population. We have become the state's dumping ground.
I know that you sponsored a bill where you'd like to have the community given more notice. You'd like to have the community an opportunity to be heard in court prior to selection of an area, and that you'd like the transfer of a case to the local county's court for supervision. But none of that gets over the fact that these awful predators can still get out and then still have to live somewhere. They've got to go somewhere.
Well, you've asked a number of questions, and yes, right now the problem is once the predator is transferred to L.A., our county, we have no say. It still remains in the original Santa Clara County court. What my Assembly Bill 1607 would do is have jurisdiction follow the predator so we could basically decide exactly where he's going to go. As far as what we can do to stop it, we've also requested a state audit of the state hospital and the physicians to see are they using best practices and are there any other practices they can put in order to prevent some of these predators from coming into our area.
Let me just ask you, I don't know anything about mental health and medicine in that respect, but I don't understand how so many professionals in the industry of jurisprudence and the industry of medicine have deemed dangerous sex offenders is the word habitable? I'm trying to think of the proper. They can't be fixed. They can't be fixed. They will re-offend. How is it that these doctors have determined he's safe to be released?
I can't answer for their mistake. In my opinion, the payment structure has changed in the law of medicine. And it used to be each operation you get a payment, just like in this case, each predator they're getting a payment for. Medicine is going towards outcome determinative in order to decide whether to pay. Right now, this is under the old payment schedule, so the incentive is patients in, patients out as quick as you can. They have forgotten the main priority, which is the safety of the public. And that's where we need to re-gear things at.
Well, I can't speak for the doctors, and I certainly can't make that claim here on CNN that that's their modus for what they've done. But that's a distressing thought, if that's at all playing a part. State Assemblyman Steve Fox, thanks for being with us. I appreciate it.
My pleasure, and I think the goal here is to protect the public and stop the predators from ever coming into our backyard.
Thank you so much, State Assemblyman Steve Fox, joining us live from California right now.